Good afternoon. Welcome to the video. I'm doing an update today on Solana coin. So as you can see from the chart, Solana has just been screaming up since April. And we've been following the progress of this price action on Solana coin for some time. And previously, this was the video that I'd done, which was up to $210. Then we got our correction there down to, I believe it was 150 region. And since then, in the second video, we done that zone of 150s up to the present action, which is at 240. So we've basically hit that level of $240, and we're now just going to look to see what we can expect from here. So if you are in any longs, then this is not a bad place to take a head short if you have a position in Solana. At the same time, if you're in no position, this is definitely not a place you want to buy. So of course we are going to get a pullback. If we just look at the the price action since April, we can see where those pullbacks do actually occur. So even when we were at $206 high, we still had this 24% drop. When we were up here at $188, we got a deeper drop down to 126, another 30%. So, don't rule it out that we can't, perhaps whip up to, 250s. And if we did see another 20% pullback back into kind of 195, 200 is very, very possible. And that's pretty much what we're going to look at today. So, with that said, I want to just take a look here. We can see we do have resistance up here at these 250s. We have this volume node here, so we can put a marker there. Okay, we have a volume node there at 255. Hence, you can see the price action here previously. And if we just reverse back, we can see where we've caught all of these other points. This is obviously on a daily time frame, and it's very, very wicky, as you can see. So now I'm just going to revert to a different chart, time price opportunity, and we're going to just take a look on this chart now because I want to go back to the previous highs, if you like, and we're just going to see if there is anything that can give us a bit of insight into why we might be coming back up to this level before getting a corrective move down. So, okay, we're currently at 240. So I can see here we actually have single prints at 245. So that's really good to know. We are going to just put a box around that. And that's it there. We're going to change the color to white. Okay, so that's single prints, and we also have, I can see there, we have a poor. We also have a poor high above us. There we go. So a poor high, single prints, and now we can also see. So this would have been. This is what you're looking at here with this. This is the January price action. This is a point of control 249, point of control 247, point of control 245. Okay, so what that tells us is, yep, above us there is going to be some pretty big resistance. So with that said, I'm going to jump now to the other chart. Okay, and we're going to just look at the conventional candles, and now we can start to build potentially a case, okay, like this, where we can see that we could potentially play out something along these lines. We could get this move up, into that single print that I've just showed you. And once we fill that single print, then get our, move down, perhaps come back up, then get that more corrective move eventually. And we could come back into that kind of 200 region, like down to here, something like that. We're also going to now take a volume profile pull from that April low. No, from the all-time high, sorry, which is over here. So we're going to just do that. Fixed range from the all-time high at $300. And we can see here we've got the value area high of this range from that old all-time high to the present price action. So here would be a great area for support. Okay, and this would also give us, let's have a look, sort of 16% correction. We've got that volume node here. So yeah, we could come down here, and it would be very healthy. And if we do that, we're going to hold market structure, of course, and, just end up doing something like that, basically, is kind of what I have in mind. Now, it doesn't have to happen, of course. It all depends. On those reactions when we do come down, but I do anticipate that we do go higher. But it's best to take it one step at a time and not be too far ahead of ourselves. So it's looking pretty positive. The market structure, like I say, is bullish. We're getting a little bit top heavy up here, so do anticipate something like this to move to the downside before getting any further moves to the up. If that changes, then I will obviously update with another video. But we're just going to quickly look now at Bitcoin. And yeah, so Bitcoin is sitting at what, 115. Again, like we've put in this high on Bitcoin of 124, we've come down, we're at 116. Yeah, I mean, doing something like this, I don't rule that out. I mean, down here as well at 100k, I believe that we do have quarterly pivots. So we have quarterly pivots down there that are unfilled. Maybe we do fill those pivots. Okay, it's of course, anything is possible. But we have this all-time high. Is this region the lower high? We don't know. Are we going to do something like this? Let me look on my other chart. Yeah, here we go. So this is on the futures contract for Bitcoin. So is this, something like this, and then come down to those pivots, like I say. So, this could play out this way, or it could also be the opposite, right? So we don't necessarily have to do that. We could also get the drop and come up, or go up and then get the drop. But either way, it's going to affect those altcoins. So that's what you need to be aware of. I think that pretty much concludes everything in the video that I want to say for now. Oh no, apart from one more thing, of course, how can I forget the Ethereum Bitcoin pair? So, which is also very important when we're looking at the altcoins. So previously, yeah, we anticipated if we can hold this point of control, which we did, we're going to get this push up. We have here the anchored VWAP, and look at that. We literally got that rejection right off of that anchored VWAP to take a little bit of a move to the downside there by 11%. And yeah, I think that's what we drew in the last video. So expecting it to come in a little bit deeper before pushing up, of course. So yeah, that, and as well as that, we also have the Bitcoin dominance. So that's also coming into fruition, where you can see that's coming down to these levels. As you can see, I've got the level alert marked here for when we do tap into this zone. So yep, everything is on course, and that's basically it. So if you are, like I say, in any longs, great time to take a head short. If you're not in any longs, it's a great time to perhaps look to add down here the 200s 190 zone. So just set an alert, and you'll have to wait for that to go off. If anything, out of the ordinary happens, I will update this chart. If you do have any questions, please leave them beneath the chart, and I will gladly answer. Okay, thank you for your time, and safe trading.